Hola and hello, party people. We are in Valladolid, Yucatan, which is literally halfway between Merida and Cancun. And I'm sitting here at an agave distillery. Is this tequila? No, because we're not in the tequila region of Jalisco. We're in the middle of the freaking Yucatan Peninsula. But agave can grow anywhere in Mexico, and when you got agave, you can make boozy treats. So we're gonna find out how this particular distillery called Mayapán is making said boozy treats, because it's almost 11:30 a.m. So you know I'm getting the itch. We're gonna begin with our boozy treat tour. Follow me. I'm Allison, and that's my husband, Todd. He films our antics as we travel across Mexico, and, well, I act like this. And I hunt for handmade goods. You can buy them at TexMexFunstuff.com and on Amazon in the US, Mexico, and 80 countries across Europe. Now enjoy our next video. Made in Mexico. Christina is going to give us a personal tour, so hold on to your panties. Sí, por favor. Yay! We're allowed to pasar. That means we can pass. Gracias. Christina's been with Mayapán for a while, and she knows her shit. She really likes to talk about piñas, basically the big bodies of the agave. They're super important. What she just told me is more or less 7 or 8 years it takes to get a plant out of the ground with a tool, and this is the part that they're looking for. So they get rid of the leaves, maybe they use that for something else. This is what's really important for making the boozy treat. Okay, this tool that they use to scoop it up with is called a hema, and that's why you have the hemador. The guy that actually scoops these big ass out of the ground is a hemador. You have to wait till basically each one gets to be 100 pounds, and then it's time to squeeze all the juicy goodness out of it. Okay, so they make artisanía things, kind of like when we did the hat video. They use the fibers from the leaves for arts and crafts. So they cut it in fourths, basically, probably just to pick it up, and then they put it in the oven. So essentially, the further apart the plants are spaced, the bigger they can grow. And so those little piña things were basically planted too close together, and they didn't have room enough in the ground to grow bigger than that. So they're just kind of being used as architectural pieces. That's where they put the wood in to start the fire, and as you can see, somebody tried to use a fan and that didn't work out so well. They basically burn them. I mean, they've got like hot stones in there also, so it's like a layer of wood, a layer of hot stones like coals, and then they put the piñas on top, and it is to give it some smokiness. They literally seal it and they cook them for 4 days. Well, this is called the moliendo. This is where they grind it once it's been cooked, and she said traditionally they use a horse, but there have been a lot of animal rights people that are like, stop using horses. So she's like, we do it differently now. This is just like representative. I would like to start by her saying, si se puede, si se puede. That's the spirit. Estoy la primera persona que trate y no funciona. I don't think I said that right. The wheel thing, that's just for fun, to show you how they did it old school. The actual way they do it now is using this machine. It literally grinds more efficiently, and obviously with less animal activists up their asses. Wow, you can smell it. This is where they ferment the first round of what they've ground. And it's a little stanky. What Christina said is that they fill this sucker up 3/4 with the fiber and 1/4 with water, and they let it sit here for 6 days to ferment. Now they use a bomba or an engine to suck the juices out, and then it goes through this thing, and then it goes up there because it's time to start the distillation process. Oh, buena idea. Okay, and what's left over is, the dried out fiber. They use that for compost to continue planting their agaves. She just told me it's a tank, and this is the first level of distillation. Adelante. Oh.
Aquí va a pasar el alcohol.
Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, it's hot water. Ooh, it's hot water. The steam. Oh, and the water's like cooling it down, even though it's like super hot. This is cold water going in here. The vapor is very, very hot, and so this water is cooling it down. And as the vapor cools down, it drips out down there. Finally got it! The first time they go through this process, it's about 20% alcohol by volume. So then they basically pick it up, put it back in there, and do it again. so that by the second distillation, it's between 40 to 45% alcohol. Now it's time to try. Woo! This is Blanco, otherwise known as silver, otherwise known as not aged. Tomamos! Delicioso. Going forward, I'm not gonna have Todd's extra shot. I'm just gonna stick with one and let Todd have some when he's done filming. Good God. So now what we're trying is añejo. That means it's been aged in a barrel, like what you see here, for 1 year. And as you can see, they are very clear about when they put the booze in the bottles. And now for my taste of 1-year-old aged boozy treat. En mi opinión, es mejor. So now we're tasting extra año. It's 3 years in the barrel. It's even darker than the añejo. I love boozy treats all day long. Mejorando, mejorando, gets better and better. So this is Antigua, which is 6 years in the barrel. It doesn't look much darker than the añejo or the one in the middle, which is 3 years, but I bet you it's gonna taste twice as good. Woof, hay más alcohol? I think they snuck a few extra ABVs in there, if you know what I'm saying. This is gonna be frigging magnificent. This is a brand new product of theirs. This is a Mayapán Nueva Especialidad, and it's called Alma de Agua, which is the soul of water. And she referred to it as La Miel, the honey, because it's been in a barrel for 12 years. I'm excited about this. It smells like honey. Yeah. It tastes like honey. That's really good. I think I know which bottle I'm buying. Oh my God, it's so hard to drink tequila when you have a mask on. So what we learned today is about the harvesting, the baking, the grinding, the fermentation, and the distillation of this beautiful miel, or honey, from the Yucatan. From Valladolid, Pueblo Mágico, in the eastern part of the Yucatan state, in the Yucatan Peninsula, we say, like the out of us, because we earn it. This is hard work. All you have to do is like, hey, I liked your video, and hey, I'll click on that link to check out the Mayapán Distillery. Not sure if they can ship to your state, but you can look. We're gonna make that happen for you. Little piece of the Yucatan, right in your mouth, babies.
Made in Mexico.